we kind of haven't talked about this story because it's just, oh, here we go again. Here we go. But it is insane. And now it's official, so we should talk about it. Trump is suing BBC. And I don't mean the BBC you're thinking of. Okay. I mean the British Broadcasting Corporation or whatever it's called. The BBC, British Broadcasting Company, maybe. Trump files $10 billion suit against BBC. When you think about it the other way, that's funny. Why is he suing big? You know, the British broadcaster just expressed regret over the editing of video clips about the president has rejected claims. I hate to sue them. Black people love me. I got a huge portion of the black vote. Women in Chicago come up with MAGA hats and they say, wow, please come President Trump. That's where the soundbite comes from.
Please come President Trump. They're begging us to come.
That was his black women ramble he does over and over. The British broadcaster which expressed regret over the editing of video clips of the president has rejected the claim. So it's another one of these. They edited something away that I don't like. And I will show you. This is a right-wing account, right? So this is what Trump is suing for $10 billion. The BBC. $10 billion over this video. They made a documentary about January 6th, and they edited out of the footage some of the stuff he said, and then spliced in some of the other things he said. And he's suing for $10 billion. So we'll give our take on it and see. But this is a right-wing account saying, President Trump has officially filed a $10 billion lawsuit against BBC for the deceptive edit of his speech, which was intended to look like he was calling for violence on January 6th. Bankrupt that foreign fake news rag. 47, an example must be set. So let's see, okay? Apparently this is defamatory, what you're about to watch, according to Trump, which is why he's suing. And he's going to say they put words in his mouth. On the left, according to this Nick Sorter, is the edit in the documentary about January 6th. On the right is the original clip. While we watch it, you see how I did that? Please, so I kind of worked the pause button there. If you'll click the subscribe button, I'd appreciate it. We're just trying out here the best that we can. And all of you, so many people who have subscribed, believing that more people seeing this show would be a good thing for the world makes my heart just so full, and it means a lot to me. Thank you.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
So according to one of his supporters, that's the edit that is why the BBC needs to pay Trump $10 billion. Now, is it the most accurate? No. Because technically he goes, we're on the Capitol and we're going to cheer on our brave members of whatever. But at different points he is going, and we're going to fight. And yes, at one point he goes, peacefully and patriotically, as he's saying, they're taking your country from you and the election was stolen and we can't let the peaceful transfer of power happen. So I don't exactly see what justifies the lawsuit. If that's the thing, that's what they're showing. Is there a different edit in this documentary that was more egregious? Because he did, watch this. This is the edited version again.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk.
It's called a compilation. He said that, here's a vibe of what he was saying at the speech. He said those things. So ridiculous. And also, what, $10 billion, what damage is being done to Trump because of that? For a defamation. Is that what it is? Deceptive editing. What's causing him $10 billion of damage? What, that people are going to watch this documentary and come to the conclusion that the riot was Trump's fault? Hey, that's called being a person with a brain. And for all the people who don't believe that, they're not going to have their minds change, and they're not going to be watching a BBC documentary about January 6th, okay? This is just so ridiculous. He always has to place himself at the center of some victimhood situation. Here was him talking about it.
In a little while, you'll be seeing I'm suing the BBC for putting words in my mouth. Literally, they put words in my mouth.
They didn't. They just played two different parts of the speech right next to each other.
They had me saying things that I never said coming out. I guess they used AI or something. So we'll be bringing that lawsuit. A lot of people are asking, when are you bringing that lawsuit? Even the media can't believe that one. They actually put terrible words in my mouth having to do with January 6th that I didn't say. And the beautiful words that I said, right? The beautiful words, talking about patriotism and all of the good things that I said, they didn't say that, but they put...
So he's alleging, he doesn't even know what is happening. He's alleging that they put AI words in his mouth, which is funny because if, again, that's the comparison we're looking at, that's the part of it, then he's admitting it sounds bad what he said. Because he did say those things. He did say we're going to fight like hell as he's telling people to go to the Capitol. A part of that same speech. Were they right next to each other? No, not in that part. They weren't. You saw it. But was he saying that in the speech? Yeah, he was. Was all this because of his last election? Yeah. And it's funny that even he has to believe those words didn't even leave his mouth, which is fascinating. Plus, really, what even matters about exactly what he said that speech? You all might notice I don't talk about that speech very often. Because why do we need to look at what he said at that speech when the entire lead up to the January 6th, he was lying and encouraging people to help him stop the peaceful transfer of power? Why would we obsess over that speech other than, yeah, he told them to go down the Capitol, which was an important factor in them even having that idea? Whenever we know that after the riot started, he just sat there and watched it on TV and wouldn't call the mob off. Like, we don't need to... Did he say 10 seconds apart or 5 minutes apart, the fight like hell part versus the go down to the Capitol part? Totally irrelevant to me. Here is the BBC reporting on this lawsuit.
President Trump has filed a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit against the BBC over an edit of his speech on the 6th of January 2021 in a Panorama documentary. Mr. Trump has accused the BBC of defamation and of violating a trade practices law according to a court-to-court documents filed in Florida, and asked for $5 billion in damages on each of the claims. Last month, the BBC apologized to President Trump but rejected his demands for compensation and disagreed there was any basis for his defamation claim. Here's our North America correspondent, Peter Bowes.
Okay. So they said, sorry, putting those next to each other did make it seem like you said them next to each other when you didn't. But no, we don't owe you. She said $5 billion is a separate, but this one's $10 billion. He's rejected the claims the error was evidence of fundamental bias in his news reporting. Obviously, what is this for? And MAGA, don't ever tell me to stop caring about Trump's 2020 election collapse and his attack on our democracy after that. Don't ever say that to me. Don't ever say. I'm not going to tell you what I'll do if you say that to me, but don't. Who said that recently? They made a threat, but they couldn't think of what they would do. You don't even want to... You would be so scared you would poop yourself if I told you, but I'm not going to, so just imagine. If you tell me that, because Trump can't stop talking about it. He's doing this. He's talking about how they're going to bring truckloads of evidence the election was stolen this late in the game. I just saw that Mike Lindell said in January he's going to be revealing the evidence that he has that will cause the Democratic Party to end forever. That now in January, I know I have this. I would just love to be able to show it to you. In January, he's going to reveal the evidence alongside Trump. Here it is. Exclusive. Mike Lindell says the election fraud evidence is set to be released in early January and will end the Democratic Party as we know it. Hey, Alex, you should ask Mike a follow-up question. How many times have you claimed that since 2020? Ridiculous.